And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and today I'm going to be talking about how to make, well, it's probably going to be a series of how to make high quality resources for TPT. If this sounds like something you want to be a part of, then for the love of God, just watch till the end. If not, click out and come back, because you know there's going to be another video later that speaks to you. That's what we do here at the Angry Teacher, trying to make sure that we cater to everything education and TPT, because we love our teachers, we love our educators over here. All right, so let's get into it. Number one, start with a strong content. Some gurus have said you don't really need a niche. I don't know if I agree or disagree. You just need to have something that you are focusing on, whether it's a full niche or you're dabbling in something right now to figure out what your niche really is. But you need to have something that you can focus on, because if I need X, I know I can go to you for X. Call it a niche, don't call it a niche, it is what it is. With that said, focus on meeting a need for a teacher, or think about what teachers are struggling with. Is it something that for class openers, the teachers always have a problem, or it doesn't last too long, or it takes too long? Whatever the problem is, try to solve it, try to fix it. How can we do this? Make a survey for your teachers at work, your friends at work, or ask your friends at work, or join a Facebook group and ask them, or make a YouTube video and ask them. Find out what's missing that you can fix for a teacher, an educator somewhere, and then try to create resources for that need. All right? Always think, how can I make a teacher's life easier? For example, now I'm not an expert. However, I've had some positive reviews. I try to cater to very new teachers, or teachers who've been doing it for very long, or teachers who want to change something up, which is basically every teacher. Anyway, so teachers who want to change something up. So I just, for the most part, try to go for activities, something that we've been reading this. You have to, first of all, with my resources, you have to have read it with your class. I teach English, so we do ELA resources over at the Angry Teacher. So it's all about, we've read, we've discussed, we've done things as a class. Now for the activities, what the heck do? I got you, so check it out. All right, check out my store if you need ELA resources from middle to high school. See, that's like a niche. I know exactly what I'm selling. I do the quizzes, I do the essays, I do the writing templates. Whatever I think an ELA teacher needs, whether I have used it or not, I try to create it, because I'm trying to listen to everyone's complaints and what the problems are and try to fill those needs. All right. Number two, know your audience. Who is your target audience? Is it a stay-at-home homeschooling teacher, parent, or is it a teacher for 5th grade, or is it a math teacher for middle school? Is it a science teacher for middle school? Is it a biology teacher for high school? Whoever your audience is, try to figure out who they are. Once you have that niche down a little bit, then you know, okay, is it for a teacher who's been teaching for a while? Is the teacher who is doing it online or in person? Are you making handouts? What are you doing? That's another thing you need to know. Know who you're catering to. If you cast a net for every teacher, then chances are you will have no teacher who finds your store and your resources. Throw out for a particular audience and you will see the returns. All right. Number three, include differentiation strategies in your resources. Now, do you have to identify them? Some people do. I don't necessarily do it, but as a teacher, when they're looking through my resource, you can see, okay, this can work for my advanced kids. This, I can break this up. This can work for a group. This can work for, so I have different ranges of assignments. Once again, I work at a school, worked there for years, where the district comes in and tells us what to do all the time. So in my resources, I try to lay off, I give suggestions, but I try to lay off telling people what to do with the resource. Here are the activities, you decide who needs it, how you can use it in your classroom. I give suggestions and you can use them or not, use some of the assignments or not. However, this is your choice. A whole lot of activities that you decide. All right, so you can break it up. If it's for small groups, if it's for individualized instruction, Is it for the kid who finishes early or the kid who never finishes on time? Is it the same thing that we're going over in class, but you know 3 kids are always kind of behind everybody else? You kind of want to get them caught up, but not let them know that, you know, they're working really slow. Give them that assignment. It's the same content, but they get to do it and on their level, and they're able to get it done. So that is differentiated strategies that you can use and include in your resources. It brings up the quality. So a teacher doesn't have to buy your stuff and somebody else's. They can always come back to you because you always have that broken down for each type of student they have in the class. Also, so while you're doing this, think about, is it for group, digital? Is it print? Is it exams that you're focused on? Is it the textbook kind of resource? Is it activities? Is it SEL? I have a friend of mine on TPT here too. Hey, Queen. Queen's Educational Resources. She focuses on SEL and she seems to be doing well with it. Mike Fuchigami at SEO, I can't remember the name of his store, but he focuses on, I think he focuses on SEO as well. So once again, he knows his people, he knows who his audience is, he knows what he's doing. These are your audience, these are the people that you're catering to. These are the differentiated strategies that I want my teachers to use in their classes. I don't want them to worry about, oh my goodness, everything is highbrow and the other kids won't have an opportunity, or the reverse. You might have the 2 kids in your class who are really working on an honors level and the others are standard kids who can't get there yet, but you bridge that gap for them with your resource. All right. By the same token, with differentiation, think about learning styles. Some activities, do they have to create things? Do they have to move about the room? Do they have to sit quietly and think about what they're doing and use language? These are things that help you with the differentiation. Number 4, think of standards and learning objectives. Now, I will say TPT helps us with that. When we're uploading, we get to choose the different states and the different core curriculum content that we need to click off, so that when a district is looking for the different learning objectives and the standards, they can find your resource and it helps. So while you're creating, think about, how can I use this? How can the teacher use this resource in their classroom to help them meet the state standards? All right. Like I've said before, I have a suggestion page. So if they have no idea what to do with the resource, or they're used to one way of doing it, I have a suggested resource. So while they're looking at the suggestions, they can think, okay, I see that this worked with this Common Core standard or this learning objective that they want me to cover. So, you know, this resource will work for my students. Lastly, number 5, develop your style, baby. All right, use consistent designs. When you're still trying to find your way, it might be hard to figure out what your way is. However, once you do, you know, stick with it. Yes, you're going to want to change at some point, but for the most part, if most of your resources look a certain way, whenever a teacher is scrolling through TPT, or they type something in and yours comes up, and they type something else and yours comes up and it looks the same, they know that you've been there for a while, you're working on your professional designs, and they know that even if they're not going to buy it right now, they know that this is you and this is what your resource is. Oh, there's one that it looks like this and blah blah blah. I typed in X and this came up. Let me type in X again and see. Yeah, that's the one. That's the store I want to purchase this from. So make sure your styles are consistent, the fonts you use, the way your cover page looks, your thumbnails. There needs to be some consistent form of design. And make it appealing. Now, that I don't know, that's kind of here or there, because everyone's opinion is different, everyone's taste is different. I like less and clean because I don't want too much going on the page, but that's just me. I see a lot of resources that have instructions all over the place. There's a whole lot of it, and there's a whole lot. I'm not that guy. So once again, my resources, you have to interact with the kids a lot. So you have the hopefully understandable, and that's another part. I'm going to make another video for this because there are like so many things. So you make it understandable, and if the kids have questions, you can answer it right in front of them. However, nice clean pages, nice easy, you know, reflection of the simplicity, the minimalist that I am. That's what's in my resources. Now yours might be different or the same. Just know that you are developing a style that people are going to attach to you and to your quality. If they see that the quality is poor, and every time they type something in, the quality comes up and it's poor, they're gonna start not paying attention to your resource. So make sure it's consistent, make sure it looks visibly it's visibly appealing or visually appealing. And I get it, everyone's taste is different, but you do you strong enough, and eventually you'll find where you want to go, and it will work. All right, trust me on this. If I can do it, you can do it. To do all these things, you can use PowerPoint, Google Slides, Canva. Stick to about 2 or 3 types of fonts, so they, once again, when they see the cover page, they know it's your stuff. When they buy the resource, they know it's your stuff. Don't get too fancy. There's a new font out, and once again, you can try these things and it could work or maybe not, but don't overdo it too soon. Work into it, because we're still developing our high quality resources. That's where I'm going to stop today. I have about 5 more, so you know there's a video coming. Let me know what you do for your high quality resources on TPT. I need to use some stuff too, I'm sure. So let me know down in the comments below, and we'll have a conversation. Keep this community going. Guys, I love you. That's all the time I have for you now. So check you out in the next video. Love y'all.